Hey guys, Ken from 15, back with another video for you guys, back with another My Hero Academia episode review for you guys. Apologies for this being a little bit later than usual. We had to get this review done, because I know I would have not caught a better time to catch my friend. But because one, Chainsaw Man, the movie is coming out. I'm gonna be watching that movie tomorrow, so there will be a review about the Chainsaw Man movie. And then I'm going to the Clipper game on Friday, which means there will be no time in the evening to even record this review. So, anyways, this is season 8, episode 3 review, and we have the return of Bakugo going up against All for One.
hmm But not before we were like this close to seeing the brutal death of All Might. We were this close. He was literally about to get torn in half, and the entire time like, Ugh. Thank God.
Well, luckily he didn't. We got left up on the cliffhanger where Deku looked at Bakugo showing up, so immediately we pick up where we last left off there. Deku and Bakugo lock eyes. They realize what they need to do. Bakugo charges at Deku's direction. Deku grabs his hand. Now, the second user, he does go on to say, which we later found out the second user's name, his name is Kudo. Um, he basically is telling Deku's like, hey man, if you use gear shift again, the recoil damage will be too much, and you won't be able to basically have time to rest. But Deku doesn't really care, because at this point he's trying to save All Might, because we do see, excuse me, because we do cut over to the Vestige world, and we see the actual body of All Might's vestige starting to form and not be that energy form of him. And you start to see it. But luckily, due to the speed of gear shift launching Bakugo there, he ends up getting there and saving All Might, because if not, well, then that would have definitely happened. So,
hmm Yeah. You're like, oh my God, is he gonna join the Vestiges also? Nope.
and now Shigaraki was taunting Deku a bit, saying like, "Oh, I know you can see his real body in there, can you? Huh?" And he basically was taunting him that that Bakugo wasn't gonna make it in time. But luckily, with the prayers and wishes of everybody closing their hands together, and hoping for the best, right? Um, Again, flashbacking to Night Eye's moment about saying like he's gonna die a brutal death. It obviously doesn't happen. So when All Might is saved, basically All Might wakes up and he's like, young Bakugo. And then he sees again another vision in his eyes of Night Eye talking to him, and he's like, wait, Night Eye, oh, I guess I must be dead, aren't I? And Night Eye's like, no, you're not dead. You're alive. The fate has been changed, right? Because remember, going back to season 4, that's what Night Eye predicted. He said he saw into the future, and he knew that All Might's death would be a very gruesome one, which it would have been if All for One got, ripped him to shreds and ripped him apart. But clearly, it's kind of the whole thing of these two characters who look up to All Might like this, and they obviously now have the utmost respect. Well, now Bakugo has the utmost respect for Deku together. And also, too, we do get that flashback moment where, if you remember from season 3, Bakugo blamed himself for All Might losing his quirk, and losing all for or one for all once and for all. So it was a nice way to say probably his two biggest fans changed his future, and you can honestly make the case that he probably did change the fate of what the world potentially could be going on with this moment. Because who knows what happens to Deku if All Might dies? Does he go berserk again, but this time loses full control? That's the thing. But anyways, fate has changed. That's kind of what it is. So we pick up right where we left off. We see other people like, wait, I know that guy. And they realize like, oh, it's Bakugo and stuff like that. We do cut over to his mom. We see his mom and his dad. His dad's not even looking. at the screen. But his mom's like, no, we have to watch because we got to cheer our son on, even though they know he's going up against All for One. I don't know how I would be reacting to that, but okay, there's that. Anyways, we kind of also find out how Bakugo kind of resuscitated himself. So you have it to where Edge Shot, he falls out of Bakugo after, Bakugo started coughing up some blood. And basically, all Edge Shot says, like, look, man, all I did was I repaired your internal organs and your broken bones.
All I did was patch you up.
So essentially we find out the sweat that was being produced on the last attack that basically killed him right before his death, it was still in his bloodstream, and because Edgeshot made that pumping through, he basically Bakugo kind of resuscitated his freaking heart, and that's what Edgeshot says. Like, it was you who basically brought yourself up. It was your quirk. Again, like I said, I think I said this before, I'll say it again. Countless people remember reading the manga. Some people, they were okay with it. Majority of people were kind of upset, like Horikoshi didn't fully go through with the death of Bakugo. Again, it's kind of up to what you want to believe. If you feel like Bakugo should have died, that's the case. It would have been a very emotional death. But, I personally have no issue with it. It doesn't freak me out. Now, I do kind of wish he did stay dead, because it would have been more impactful by the end of the series, but that's just me.
That's a really bold claim, man.
I understand he's a popular character, but for my opinion, if an author is going to go out of their way, have the balls to kill somebody off, honestly, I say do it. Go through with it. Don't get cold feet. I'm not saying Horikoshi didn't get cold feet. Maybe this was a part of the plan the entire time. But I'm just saying, like, if you're going to even think about a character dying and it's going to be a big, important character, I would say it probably enhances the story a little bit more if you actually go through with it and say, like, hey, man, he is not coming back for good. Like, this is his final hurrah. But, it is what it is at the end of the day. I had no issue with it. Many people had issues with it, and they didn't like the fact that they brought Bakugo back to life. But, it is what it is. So, yes. Now, Bakugo's obviously looking up and is looking at All for One, and it looks like he's got a scrap. But remember, Bakugo's arm, his arm's all effed up, and that's when All Might's like, hey, take this, because I can't do anything else, right? And he gives him a piece of his arm, his All Might armored form, which is basically stabilizing his arm and makes it actually function and move again, right? So because of this, this now means that Bakugo can now be able to take on All for One, right? Now, All for One, he's just like, look, dude, I do not have fucking time for this shit. I gotta go get Shigaraki's body. I gotta absorb it. I don't have time to mess around. He's a peon to me. Nothing I need to worry about this dude.
Famous last words, right?
So, what happens?
Well, you see him trying to run over to Shigaraki and Deku, and then all of a sudden Bakugo appears right next to him, like, hey, you think I'm a peon, huh? You think I'm a peon? And he just blew him the F up.
Yeah, and before this, All for One was kind of getting pissed because he's like, wasn't supposed to be happening. Wasn't according to the plan. And you see him getting pissed. He's like,
yeah, he had that face.
Again, this dude was chess master number 1, and then he realized, wait, I'm not winning this.
He got checkmated.
This is not supposed to happen. Like, he literally says, like, it's pissed me off to the point that my blood is boiling, right? Because he's getting sick and tired of all these other heroes that we've been seeing throughout the story getting in his way and actually kind of become a nuisance. Albeit they're not taking Shigaraki or him down like crazy. To him, all he views them as is like cockroaches, where it's like, I think I keep putting these dudes down, but they keep coming back up for more. And it's honestly pissing me off that they keep coming back and they keep messing him and getting in my way. And he's getting frustrated because he knows, like, I ain't got a lot of time. And if it fails, well, then it's over for me. And I'm done for. And my plan is lost. Um, and then again, it's like my friend said, Bakugo legitimately just shows up out of the fucking blue, and then you see the look at all for one, like, the fuck? And then obviously, what was the one thing when All for One has visions of when he sees Bakugo?
Oh, that one one for all user. What was the name again?
Kudo.
Yeah, Kudo. He like that's what you remind me of. And that's when he gets really agitated just getting reminded of him and yeah.
Now, I remember in the manga, some people were predicting, and this was a crazy theory at the time. Some people were thinking like was Bakugo that was sent back in the past, that somehow got all for one for all, and it was some sort of weird like butterfly effect circle thing. I never believed that was like Bakugo from the past. Now, could we say that might be a distant like grandfather of Bakugo? More than likely.
Maybe. Maybe.
The resemblance is clearly there, so it must be some sort of relative in Bakugo's family line, while they look exactly identical. But you know, All for One was getting pissed off because he's like, "You remind me of the bitch that took my brother away from me, right?" And what? That's kind of what he.
I wasn't expecting that one.
That's kind of what he essentially said. So he's pissed off, and plus he looks at Bakugo like no different than a regular background character, and he thinks he's obviously nothing. Now Bakugo, we already know how Bakugo acts. He ain't like this. He's like, yeah, me a background character. No, I'm the main character. Now, albeit, Bakugo does this crazy attack, right? And we also do see the more explosion he does, it still hurts him. It still hurts him like crazy. But because he's having a quirk awakening, he's actually moving faster than what he typically would move because of all the explosions. And so basically, they explain like when he was fighting Shigaraki and the explosions were kind of crackling in his body, it was basically his body adjusting to it and not being adjusted. That's why he blew himself up and died. But now, because the body has that feeling and his quirk is awakened, he's able to do that, and it's actually making him move faster and go faster. And albeit he probably fighting a lot of pain, if I can say so myself.
Yeah,
because he does say like, "Ouch, that hurts."
Yeah, it hurts, but he's actually the more pain he feels, the stronger he's getting right now.
Now, All for One, even though he's taking these attacks, he's trying to just again focus on getting Shigaraki and Deku, and he's just like, this guy is not a problem. He doesn't scare me. He's not like Endeavor. He's not like Dark Shadow. He's not a problem.
Uh-huh.
But then all of a sudden, Bakugo's like probably like 50 feet away from this guy. This dude speeds up and catches up with All for One. And he's laughing. He's like, ah, and everything. And he's absolutely shocked, like, dude, who the hell is this guy? And then obviously you have it where All for One has this, he's like, I have a bad feeling, and he's giving that freaking smile, and he's like, why is this happening to me? Why am I freaking reacting in a fearful way? And he even says this. He's like, I'm fearing this dude even more than All Might.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
So, what is the backstory between good old Kudo and All for One?
What are I don't remember all the details, but he was holding him by Kudo's neck, and Kudo saying, you're the one who killed your brother and stuff like that.
Yes. And basically, All for One's like this pent up hatred. It's been like that and everything. And then he goes on, and All for One goes and say, if only this dude did not hold his hand out to Yoichi, I wouldn't be in this situation, and I wouldn't even have to worry about nothing. So, that's the thing. Bakugo gives this attack that looks like it damn near burns him again to like nothingness. And we do see him rewinding again, and again he's still getting younger and everything. And All For One is like, "I hate you, Kudo," and he screams out, "I hate you, Kudo," because he thinks that's Kudo. But then, what does Bakugo end off the episode saying who he is?
I am Kachan Bakugo.
So that's where the episode ends off. Really great episode. Definitely one of the best episodes of MHA. And the next week's episode, if you saw the preview, we are getting the backstory of All For One and his brother, Yoichi, the first user of One For All.
Mm-hmm.
Surely it's not going to be another tragic backstory, right?
You know it's going to be another. You know it's going to be another.
I know. And now you'll truly see why All For One became the person who he is today.
Yep.
But solid episode. Or great episode. Enjoyed it very much, and I can't wait to see more MHA. The English dub, I do know if you're a dub fan, it is out. So I think the first episode came out this past week. So if you're the English dub fan, go check out My Hero Academia. Now I'm gonna go back and rewatch the dub after all of season 8's done. But that's just me. Anyways, we're gonna get out of here because I got a Clipper game to go watch and scream at my TV because the Clippers always piss me off. And why are you looking at it like that?
I think you know why. I fear for your family members.
You can fear for anybody, but that ain't gonna change a dang thing.
Anyway.
If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts, hit that subscribe button if you want to get more My Hero Academia content or any other anime reviews that I upload to the channel, or any other gameplay of Zenless Zone Zero I upload to the channel, and things like that. Like I said at the start of the video, tomorrow, after I get out of the theaters, I will be doing my Chainsaw Man, the movie, the Reese arc review tomorrow. It will be non-spoiler and spoilers. I've officially finished again rewatching all of season 1, so my mind is refreshed, and I completely forgot that we did get a tease of this movie at the end of season 1. So look forward to that more than likely tomorrow, and then look forward to the reviews that we have planned for the weekend, and things like that. Promote your channel,
and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Yeah, just subscribe to my channel and keep an eye on our uploads, guys.
So, anyways, we're gonna go for guys. I got a Clipper game to watch because then I gotta also go do a game recap for that thing too. But other than that, catch you guys next video. Till then, guys, stay safe out there, and we will see you guys on the next video. Peace.
Peace.